options to come. There is the bench watching on. This is poor from Shushmita. Not playing her natural game. 7 of 16 now. She's much better than that. Nicely bowled by Rupal, targeting the stumps, getting it to spin in. Shushmita not being able to handle that sort of turn, bounce, accuracy. Will we see a big shot coming up? Plays a sweep, it's a controlled shot. It's a very nice shot. That's more like it from Shushmita. This is what she's capable of. And that will be a boundary for her that will really give her some confidence after.
They're diving in and diving out. It's MRF Brace all through. Enjoy the brace experience. Brace it out on MRF Steel Brace Radio.
This has been the power play. A few boundaries from Dhara. She was dropped to. Then eventually she got hauled out to the ball that she got those boundaries to. Shushmita also with a few good shots. This is the wicket of Dhara, probably the biggest point of the power play. We're back live now. Chandrima will finish off a quota. Oh, that was a chance for a run out. Great fielding at short mid wicket. Shushmita caught napping for a second. Cut away this time by Shaboni. She will get a single for it. Chandrima must be feeling a lot easier. Finding it a lot easier now that there are fielders on the boundary. Power play, it's tough. Shot pulled away by Shushmita. Priyanka Kurmi is there. She's been fielding really well. Doing a great job. Took the catch of Dhara too. This is commendable from Chandrima, and this heat to bowl 4 overs on the trot is really tough. Nicely played away, but then straight to the fielder again. 20 dot balls now. Rather 20 balls faced by Shushmita. Just 11 of it. Two balls to go in Chandrima's spell. Slightly frustrating for Sushmita, 11 of 21. Especially when you got someone like Shabani who will always rotate the strike. Projected total is 105 at this run rate. Anything in the 120s will be what the ADAMAS HOWRAH Warriors will be targeting. But we need a big innings from Shabani or Sushmita. Or both. Shot pulled away by Sushmita. Did not get enough on it. Good pace from Chandrima. And that brings a close to another great spell of hers. 7 gone, 37 for 1. Time for a timeout.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Rupal Tiwari introduced into the attack here. The ADAMAS HOWRAH Warriors, they'll also have to win because the SHRACHI RARH Tigers, they are through. So the three teams that has already made their way to the top of the points table, or rather to the semi-finals to be precise. One of them are the Murshidabad Queens. The two other teams are the Lakshyam Kolkata Tigers and the ones in action, SHRACHI RARH Tigers. So if the HOWRAH Warriors, they win, then they qualify. Rupal Tiwari, a bit of width on offer, nicely driven away. Sushmita, she'll get a single for that one. And if they fail to win, then the Wizards qualify. So everybody's still keeping their eyes on And that's a quicker one, skidded off the surface. Straight to the keeper. Rupal Tiwari just keeping keen eye on proceedings at the moment. And she wanted to go for that scoop shot there, but doesn't really connect. Shravani Paul, she played an incredible knock in the last game. Sadly, it wasn't enough for her to get her team across the finishing line. And she brings that sweep out, but straight to the fielder. Good running between the wickets there. Still a couple of balls to go in this over. And that has been struck with power. And it will go all the way from Shushmita. We have seen one massive one in the morning, and it came from Brishti Maji. And now Shushmita matching the tally for distance. Once again in the slot, a free swing of her arms. And boom, there she goes. Right on to the black cloth off the side screen. Well, if Shushmita connects a few more, we won't be surprised. She's someone with terrific power in her hands, and she may not have fired so far in the tournament, but we have seen everyone who's not yet fired in the tournament come to life today early in the morning as the Servotek Siliguri strikers clinched a thriller. And that should be a wide, and it may just trickle away for another run. And by the time Ankita could just pick it up and field, Shushmita will have another single. So a couple of additional runs there, a bit of talking to as well to Rupal Tiwari, something that she doesn't really like. Ankita just, and I think the ball must have slipped her hands because of sweaty palms. It happens, it's extremely humid. We have been talking about that extensively and exhaustively right since the morning. So it happens, there's nothing much that you can do actually. A nice defensive stroke on the front foot. They'll have to rush. The throw did come in, but Shushmita was safely home. 8 gone. The Howrah Warriors are 48 for 1.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Rimandina Khatun comes into the attack. Again, a pretty experienced campaigner, to be honest. And quite a difficult one to take on. Has a lot of variations up her sleeve. And a bit of width on offer. Nicely cut away by Shravani. She's a senior batter. Rocks back and cuts away. That has been wonderfully pulled away. That has been muscled all together. However, there is protection in the deep. think in the morning what we just witnessed with both the teams kind of duking it out. There was another loopy delivery. Played straight back to Raymondina. So far a couple of runs at first 2 balls. And nicely rocked away there by Shravani Paul. Has she found the gap? And she has. It was an extensive dive there from the fielder, but it wasn't enough. It was Sukanta Biswas going for the dive. And once again the ball turning away. That was easy pickings. Good effort by Chandrama in such heat, covering all the yard there, putting in the dive. It's not the easiest of works to do. And now Shravani and Shushmita just trying to up the ante at the moment, get the heat on. Shushmita very rightly sent back Shravani Paul. There was a tough run to take. Again, 6 runs of the over. We've seen a high scoring game in the first one as well. 254 runs were scored in 40 overs. Do we have another one at our hands? Well, with 9 wickets in hands, we'll say we do. There's ample batting to follow as well. 9 overs gone. The Howrah Warriors are 55 for 1. Mamani Roy comes into the attack. 3 wickets for her, 18 overs, 120 runs. Decent numbers. Starts off with a loopy delivery, played straight back to Mamani. That was onto the pads, nicely flicked away, straight to the fielder. Last thing stand at the moment. I think the SHRACHI RARH Tigers will have to keep on fighting. And the Howrah Warriors, knowing the importance, knowing the magnitude of this game, they'll have to keep on fighting as much as they can. They'll have to go for that late lunge. Still 3 balls to go in this over. And nicely worked on the leg side. Straight to the fielder though. This has been a brilliant over so far for Mamani. Just that solitary run. Goes down the ground, Shushmita. She's cleared the infield without a fuss. Another boundary. I think they would love the boundaries right now. Every single time Shushmita connects. She's a very good striker of the ball. And she can just keep on doing this time and time again. Still a ball to go for Mamani Roy in this over. And this time onto the leg side. May consider herself slightly fortunate because it was a catching chance. It was dying on the fielder. But nonetheless, 10 overs gone. The Howrah Warriors are 61 for 1.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Remandina back in the attack again. Final 10 remaining, and with the projected score, they will definitely reach 122. They'll be eyeing for more than that, possibly 130 or 128 odd runs. Get as many as you can. You've seen in the morning what can happen. Shushmita rocks back, cuts that one away. Straight to that backward point fielder though. Shushmita, she's hit a 6 and a 4 in the last couple of overs, now moved on to 25. That has been wonderfully played. There is protection in the deep. Sweeper will come around. Keep it down to another single. And as things stand, both the teams, they are okay right now with how things are proceeding. The SHRACHI RARH Tigers, they will like a wicket here, because the longer this partnership goes, is the more trouble they invite upon themselves. Shushmita muscles that one, and it's through the gap, is it? No, in fact it's gone to the fielder. I think we kind of have this habit, you know, when Shushmita connects that well enough, the ball may actually just tend to slip away. So even our cameraman thought that it may have just eluded a grip. Oh, that was some extra bounce on offer. And it's Shabani on strike actually. Shabani also has got a pretty decent reach. She's tall and she's burly, and she can strike the ball hard enough. And that has been hammered away. Mamani fails to collect it at one go. They'll get that single, do they? Not really. They're not interested. They want to deal in boundaries at the moment. But I think more than that, they do not want to take unnecessary risks, and that's a very wise option. That's how you go about it. Rocks back, cuts away. An excellent work there. It's Deepa who does a sensational bit of work to avoid 4 runs for her team. 3 in fact, 11 gone, 63 for 1.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Roshni Khatun, 13 overs, 2 wickets, economy of 36.5. Loops one up, and that has been played straight to the fielder. In fact, is that a catch? Yes, that is a catch. That's an electric catch, in fact. Remandina Khatun has just pulled off an absolute stunner, as Shravani Paul will have to head back. And that's for the second time today we have seen something as good as that. He was smacked, and it kind of latched onto Remandina's hands and it didn't let go. Shravani departs for a well-fought 15 of 23, and the SHRACHI RARH Tigers get their second wicket. Roshni continues. She's gotten a wicket of the very first ball, courtesy of an electric catch altogether. What a sensational take it was. Been absolutely incredible stuff, to be honest. And that's a very gentle push back to the bowler. A gingerly one at that. Projected score 5.48 will take them to 108. That is nicely flicked away straight to the fielder. Roshni Khatun once again in the act. Almost similar dismissals, but let's just say that this was a slightly easier catch. No troubles whatsoever. Pratibha Mandi, she's had a couple of bad days in office. Even in the last game, she departed for a duck, and it's a similar result. The last day it was slightly unfortunate because there was inside edge. But today, she's holed out to her own downfall.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
That's a quicker one, and DIYA watchful. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks, and that is because things can be entirely different right now. And it looks like it's the end of the over. In fact, one ball is still to go actually. A look at the dugout for the parents. And that is a double wicket maiden for Roshni Khatun. Talk about a start. And Roshni Khatun has simply changed things out.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Mamani comes back in the attack, and Shushmita, she tries to go at Mamani. In fact, she wants to keep on going at Mamani. And that's a look at our respective dignitaries and guests who are out there in the center enjoying today's game. What a tournament this has been. An incredible one. We have witnessed some terrific action. A bit of turn towards the batter. It angled back in after pitching. And this is how good Mamani is. And that was a quicker one, but it dripped off the surface. I think with every single delivery right now, DIYA Nandi will be in a bit of pressure. That has been nicely swept away, and it looks like it's in the gap as well. It is. Despite a full stretch run there from Rupal Tiwari, it has trickled away to the fence. Another boundary, a welcome boundary. He'll do an amazing bit of work altogether. They are doing it right now step by step, which is very good, which is kind of decent at the moment. They do not want to take any risk whatsoever. That was a quicker one, nicely tucked down the leg side. We'll get a single for that, and might also just run away if the ball doesn't stop. The ball's kind of stopped on that one. Two valuable runs stolen away. Still a ball to go in this over. Projected score 5.45, 109. 120 is where they will reach if they go at 7 runs and over. And 9 runs and over. 13 gone, 70 for 3.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Straight to Mamani, starts off with a dot ball again, and that's his 7th dot ball in a row. I think this is some incredible stuff here. Loops one up, Shushmita goes down the ground. That is number 3 for Roshni, And Sujata De performs a bit of dance, a ritual dance. Shushmita's brilliant 27 is all that she will manage as Roshni strikes a third. These are incredible figures. And she almost single-handedly is digging the earth for the ADAMAS HOWRAH Warriors. And almost in the similar area. Shushmita departs for 27 of 33. Now this will be a spell to remember. Porama Mondol walks out in the center. This is just agonizing, to be honest. That's a gentle push straight to Sujata, and you don't keep Sujata off the table for long. She didn't play the last game. They want a quick run there at the moment. And finally, the first run scored of Roshni after 10 balls. Still a couple of balls to go in this over. A bit of extra bounce as well there for Roshni. And I think this is exactly what the spinners love. One more ball remaining in this over. And Roshni to finish things off. Another dot ball. That's an incredible spell. 14 gone. The Howrah Warriors are 71 for 4.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
That's timeout. Glance at the boundaries that have been struck so far. And the timeout is over.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Rupal Tiwari comes in back for a third over. Well, while she was bowling ahead or bowling before, she had to face Shushmita Ganguly. Now Shushmita is back in the dugout. She's got two new batters out in the center. That's nicely tapped down the leg side. And the fielders made a hash of affairs. What should have been a dot ball has just conceded a single. And I think they should learn from the morning game how every single run matters. That's a quicker one, but close enough to the stumps. Leaving the batters cramped for room. A decent showdown so far. And what a delivery that was, but well played by DIYA. Good use of her wrists, and it's a long chase at the moment. But eventually Mamani will come around, keep it down to a single. A couple of runs rather. And that's an absolute beauty. This was the exact delivery. That was well dealt by DIYA. This time the ball stayed slightly lower. And it's rattled through the gates of DIYA. And now the Howrah Warriors see a flurry of wickets falling towards the dying embers of the innings. What an absolute screamer there. Pitching outside that off stump, getting the ball to nip back in. And rattling middle stumps. DIYA Nandi goes for 8 of 12.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Rupal gets back in the attack. Another beauty. Once again through the gates of Pooja Rajak. And he's sent her back on first ball. Look at the smiles. It tells you a thing or two. What a terrific turnaround once again as the Howrah Warriors keep on tumbling. It's like someone has set a cannonball loose in the dominoes. And they keep on tumbling and toppling at will. And Rupal Tiwari's gonna be on a hat-trick.
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
An experienced campaigner coming back to the side after the last game, and she's fallen to the trap as well. Hat-trick ball for Rupal Tiwari, and they've got a slip in place as well, and an extremely aggressive field set. Mid-off in place, short cover, cover point, cover, and there's a short mid-wicket too and a mid-on. Let's see where does Rupal starts with this one. Watchful from Neha. It was more of saving life than to score runs. 15 gone. Howrah Warriors 74 for 6. Roshni, brilliant figure so far, 1 for 3. Or rather 3 for 1 actually. Claimed 3 wickets. And that has been struck with power. It will just fall short of the fielder. Well, at the moment it isn't looking pretty bright enough. It was a hard shot, struck with power, and it looks like it fell just short of Ishita Saha in the deep. Projected score has now dropped down to 97, which looked good enough at 108 at one point in time. And now the tide has kind of turned at the moment. And Roshni will go over the wicket to Neha and gets the ball to turn back in. I reckon at the moment the two batters, they have stepped into a clamp, and the clamp's barely letting them move. It stayed terribly low, nipped back in. And this one kind of similar as well. Also the ball gripping onto the surface. What a spell this has been for Roshni. 15 balls bowled and just 2 runs conceded. Would you believe it? This is terrific. Another dot ball. Just a week ago, Lockie Ferguson made the ripples in the T20 World Cup, bowling 4 maiden overs and claiming 3 wickets. Roshni's figures may be slightly contrasting as she's conceded 3 runs, but I don't think it's pretty far off from what the ace Kiwi fast bowler pulled off. Still a ball to go. Nicely cut away, but straight to the fielder again. 16 gone, and it's 76 for 6. Remandina comes in back for a 3rd over, bowling in the channel. Keeping things as tight as she can, which is good thinking. Very good thinking by the spinner. When you don't allow that free room to the batters, it's always going to be difficult. That's nicely worked down the leg side. We'll get a single. And I think they will need the singles coming in because, truth be told, this is a tough challenge. Knowing the Rah Tigers, they have got some terrific batting lineup to follow suit. That has been nicely swept away. And it's just a single again. Still 3 balls to go. And that's a full toss. And the finger's gone up. Rimandina strikes as well. And the Howrah Warriors, they continue to collapse. There was a loopy full toss. A gift on offer. An early commitment to the shot, not reading the line, has done the trick as another wicket falls. And the Howrah Warriors, their depths of despair simply get on enhancing itself. Ishita is the new batter in. And she's watchful. We are in the final overs, like we are in the slog overs. And I think for the Howrah Warriors, they have found themselves stranded in such a position, breaking free from which is a challenge. It's nicely driven, but straight to the fielder again. It feels like there's nothing wrong that the Rah Tigers can do. 17 gone, 78 for 7.
Virat.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Three overs to go. The ADAMAS HOWRAH Warriors need to get to at least 100. That will be a fighting total. Is that going to be enough to get them to the semis? Not too sure. Nicely swept away by Parama, but not much pace on it. As Rohit said, SHRACHI RARH Tigers have a good batting lineup. You've got the likes of Ankita, who's in good form, Sujata, who strikes hard, Panda Paul has got a few consistent innings. Mahoni's done well. Priyanka Kurmi can strike a ball. Then there's Deepa, Rupal, Poonam. So they've got batting depth and they are in form. They won 4 games in a row at one point in this tournament. Pulled away by Ishita. $80 on the board now. 20 more they'll be looking at, even though they have 14 balls to go. Parama goes for a big swing, and that'll be not out. Let's take a look at Roshni's 3 wickets. That's the first caught at mid-wicket. And the second caught at mid-wicket. And back live. Two to go, 80 for 7. Ooh, another play and a miss. Hemandina in on the action too. Bulk of the wickets have gone to Roshni, but she's also bowled really well. In the air, and another catch at mid-wicket. Mamani takes it. All too easy for the SHRACHI RARH Tigers now. Mid-wicket is the hot spot. The hottest of spots in Kolkata, which is already a hot spot for sure. Ishita goes for 1 of 6. That's wide. Arunima is the new batter. Misses the first one. Again to mid-wicket. Mamoni patrolling that area very nicely. That's a poor delivery. It's gone straight through partner ball. This is a gift for the ADAMAS HOWRAH Warriors. Wide 5. 5 runs which they will take with both hands. That might just spur them towards 100. Parna got there but just lost balance. Went through her legs. No chance for Ankita. Nicely played through the covers. What a stop by Sujata. She's got a hand on that. She should get there. No, she doesn't. Oh, that would have been 2 fantastic saves in the same ball. Just sprawled herself there, Sujata. It was there in the slot. Nicely played. Gets there. That's a fantastic stop. And then almost gets there. And couldn't. Look at that, they're at 90 now. In the air, goes straight to the fielder on the bounce. Oops, that's a hard throw. Smashed Hemandina in the knee. They're looking concerned now, the Howrah Warriors. They know they need to get early wickets in the next innings.
That's a wide signal. Straight to the keeper on that one. And again, Remandina Khatun, she's been pretty decent until now. The first 2 overs were expensive, came back strongly in the second over. In the third over, rather. Final ball coming up. And a bit of a false alarm. Arunima, she's possibly going to push hard as much as she can. Again, another wide. This is where they'll have to work. Unnecessary runs being conceded. They had a position from where they could cramp down the Howrah Warriors within 80-85, but now a bit of late flourish and a bit of assistance as well is allowing the Howrah Warriors to go forward. Last ball once again. This time much better. 19 gone, 92 for 8.
The last over will be bowled by Rupal. Spins that in, nicely played away into the gap. We're getting closer to the 100 mark total. Shushmita was striking it well today. But again, without Dhara playing that big innings, it's tough for the Warriors. They've got to dig deep. Got to keep fighting. Swing and a miss. Missed by Parna 2. Hasn't had the best of days behind the stumps. They're still enjoying. Smile on the face. That's how you have to play a cricket. In the air. Not catchable distance. And they will only take a single. Rupal's looking at the fielder. I don't think the catch was ever on. Comes down the wicket, Parama, and now Rupal has hurt herself. It didn't seem so hard, and then suddenly it whizzed at her. She went slowly, the ball went quickly. The reverse cup would have been helpful. Nicely struck again towards that mid-wicket region. They're not really putting any pressure on the fielder. They're thinking about the second. And they will keep thinking about it. Last ball now of the 20th. Great bowling from all of them. Yamandina, Rupal, Roshni. She needs to focus and get through this final delivery. She does. Big shot attempted. And they will come back for 2. No, they won't. The throw has got to be better. You know your bowler's struggling. You know that she's hurt. And that is a throw which is just fizzed into her. So that's it for the ADAMAS HOWRAH Warriors. Only
Viratji, can you recommend a good car tire?
You mean a tire with long life and comfort?
Yes, yes.
Then of course, it's the MRF ZLX tire. You can bet on it, my friend.
Bowling display from all the bowlers. Rupal and Rebondina getting 2. Roshni getting 3 wickets for just 5 runs. And these were the highlights. A few boundaries to start off with.